Hello everyone, Mrs. Mondrian here, and today we're going to be talking about a new artist, all right? And his name is Piet. You say Piet? It's like, yay, ooh, Piet Mondrian. Mondrian, yeah, Piet Mondrian. And we're going to see some of his art and see why he was an important artist to art history, all right? So here's an image of him. He was born in 1872 and he lived until 1944. So he was an old artist, lived until 72. And he was one of the founders of the Distil movement. Can you say Distil? Distil. It's a way to say the style, all right? And a common thing for artists that worked in Distil was that they only used primary colors. Do you remember what your primary colors are? They are red, yellow, and blue are primary colors, as well as white and black, because those are all the main colors you would need to actually make any color. And they also only used vertical and horizontal lines. So all of their art was very geometric. So it meant it had lots of straight lines, corners, lots of shapes, all right? So I want to show you two of his pieces of art to give you a better idea of what I'm talking about here and what our project is going to be based off of today, all right? So you can see there are a lot of squares, a lot of rectangles. There are thin and thick black lines. There are white shapes as well. And it was a really big idea at the time. They're like, what? You can make art with just colors and just shapes? This isn't a bowl of fruit. This isn't a picture or a painting of a person. What? So it's one of these big art movements to make people think differently about art. All right. So I'm keeping it short and simple with this information today. So I'll stop sharing this for a little bit. But I want you to know that you have kind of an open-ended project today in the way of that you can make this however you want. I want to show you two ideas that we're going to be doing in class with some different grades. One method you could maybe do is crayons and watercolor. We're doing this with, I think I'm going to do this with third grade. I haven't quite decided yet, but we're doing lots of drawing straight lines. You're probably going to want to use a ruler if you're going to be doing this, okay? And one important thing to point out is if you're drawing your lines, all of them are vertical, so perfectly up and down, and they are perfectly horizontal. So they're perfectly flat, like the top and the side of your paper. So you should not really have any diagonal lines today for this project. Just very, very vertical, horizontal. All right. This is one idea. You could do crayons with watercolor if you have that at home, or you could color it with marker or color pencil or crayon, whatever. You could make this just a very easy coloring project. Here's another idea that we're going to be doing with kindergarten actually, and maybe a mix with first grade as well, is making a collage. All right. And a collage, remember, is when you have a paper base or some sort of a base, like we have a big white piece of paper here, and you glue things to it. So I glue different colored papers, but you're welcome to try other things as well, right? But again, I stuck with white, black, red, yellow, and blue for my colors. So if you can think of any other ideas, I would love to see them, okay? This is a great opportunity for you to kind of think outside of the box and to come up with your own Piet Mondrian in styled art from the Distil movement, all right? So when you're finished, please take a photo of this project and either put it in the Seesaw app or the Google Classroom so I can see it and mark it off in my book. But until then, I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Happy creating!